live. We have been going live off and on all day to show you St. Vrain State Park here in Colorado. We're RVing in our Cougar, our Kodiak, our Kodiak Cub, long RV.
Got a cat on the brain.
Yeah, I was talking about a different RV. Um, anyway, so we're here at St. Vrain, and Mr. Martini and I are riding on our electric scooters through the park, which are amazing. I will and when this thing is done, I'll put a thing where you can get the scooters like we have.
You could be a scooter tramp too.
You can be a scooter tramp also. So we've got these great scooters that we romp around campgrounds in, and we absolutely love them. We got two of them. We're $400. Here, let me turn the camera
No, they're
around.
both 3 or under.
Well, we got them on sale.
It's the only time to buy Amazon.
Yeah,
I got the Jason. You
Jason,
got the Caroma.
the Caroma. So we went live this morning, and I attached where to get these. But again, we got ours on sale. But right now, mine's about 400. Yours was actually more expensive when I looked it
It's
up
the
earlier.
shipping that kills you, so you do it when you got free shipping.
Yeah, if you have free shipping, it's
Because
wonderful.
they're heavy and they're sent from China.
But you can get them delivered to your front door. They're electric, and they have a nice little light on them and kickstand. Mine has a key, which is great, so somebody can't just take off in it.
They can pick it up and carry it.
That's true. We lock them up like bikes. And then I have this little thing that I'm going to put my phone on to take you around the campground. And so what we're going to do this evening, because it's an absolutely beautiful evening right now in northern Colorado at the St. Vrain State Park, we're going to go show you the osprey that they have here. We have several ospreys that we've seen today, couples, and then we're going to go see the prairie dogs. So let's attach this to my scooter and let's go take off. All right. So let me adjust this a little bit. I had changed its orientation in it. There we go. That's better. All right. Let's go find some osprey. And just so you know, it's hard for me to see the chat when I'm doing this. So we'll stop here and there to see who's in and talk to you personally. But at the moment, it's just really, really hard to see. So this is a beautiful campground. If you weren't with us this morning live, giving you a tour of the whole thing. It's very popular with fishermen. So we're going to see a lot of fishermen this evening. We come in at night, as the sun goes down, and looking for catfish. I can actually see an osprey from here. So we're going to go, there's several ponds here, probably about 7 maybe. And you literally can have your RV like right up on the water and fish right from your campsite. You can even on some of them launch your kayaks straight from your site. These are the day use right here. People here, they're fishing and barbecuing. Nice family event. But this is a very popular state park here in northern Colorado. It's not up in the mountains. It's down on what we consider the plains. Because when the Rocky Mountains basically descend and hit with the area that we're in, we consider that the beginning of the Great Plains. So we're in the Boulder County area. Scooty Gonzalez there. We're in the Boulder County area, and there's a car coming, Patrick. Patrick, be careful. We're in the Boulder County area of Colorado, not far from the University of Colorado, and it's pretty much the plains. We're not considered being in the mountains, even though we're about 5,600 feet in altitude.
Right, it's millions of dollars.
So I don't think it goes through, that goes through, Patrick. So these scooters go pretty quick. I kind of have to make sure I stay under the speed limit, but they're wonderful. We bought these from when we go RVing, and we just have such a great time on them. If our adult kids aren't with us, we can actually get to ride them because they love them, absolutely love them. They are constantly, they run down the battery so nobody else can ride them because they love riding them so much. They're a lot of fun, and they're a great way to get around the campsite. The older that we get, the harder it is for us to take long walks and get around. So being on these scooters has been just kind of life-changing for us, especially for Mr. Martini, who has orthopedic issues. He doesn't look like he does by the way he's acting on a scooter, but he does. So he's still a kid at heart, definitely. So you'll see a lot of people. Wait, there's one right here. Okay, I'm gonna keep my voice down because I found our first osprey, and he's in the tree. But I have a photographer to my right. He's trying to get pictures, so we don't want to scare him off. So that's our first osprey. There's several in the park right now. The bald eagles, this park gets a lot of bald eagles. This is where I take my best bald eagle pictures. But they're usually here in the winter. They come in around December and mate, and they start nesting around February. Now the osprey and the eagles don't get along. So when you have a lot of osprey, you don't have a whole lot of eagles. I'm trying to stay as steady as I can. Let me put my elbows against my body. That will help. They don't like each other. And they compete for the fish. So he's basically sitting above the pond, fishing, looking for fish to go by, and he'll dive and grab a fish. I don't know how to tell between the difference between the males and the females, so I'm not sure what he is. But yeah, so he'll just sit in front of on top of this pond, and he'll dive in.
Craving for meat, he can always go after the prairie dogs.
Yeah, then there's the prairie dogs. We found it funny that they had a platform for these guys above the prairie dog colony.
Turtle right there?
No, I don't see a turtle.
You don't see that little shiny thing there in the grass?
No, it looks like leaves.
Does it?
Yeah.
I saw it moving.
So yeah. So that's our first osprey. We have such a good shot of him where we're at. Let me go in again so I can take a final look at him. And I'm trying to stay as steady as possible. Such a beautiful bird. We've had a lot of osprey this year. Definitely a lot. So, trying to stay still, it's really hard.
Fishing on Toto fellow.
So impressive. So if you're just joining us, we're at St. Vrain State Park in Colorado, or northern Colorado, north of Denver and Boulder County. And there's a lot of osprey out this evening, so we're going and looking for the osprey. They're fishing. And then we're going to take you to the prairie dog colony down the way at the state park here.
Or as the osprey know it, the buffet.
The buffet. Heard an osprey. Oh wait, is that another one coming in? Is that an osprey to my right?
Not sure.
Or is that a heron?
Not sure. Bird on the wing, love.
Bird on the wing. There's so many birds here. This is where I take my best eagle pictures, is here. Let's go see if we can find, there's a mating couple down the way. Let's go see them. They're on a platform. Like this guy. It's very interesting. So let's go down the way here a little bit. And again, if you're, oh, there's one to my left too. If you hear that chirping, that's them.
Where's my mate? Look.
Is that, where's he going? Is he going away from us or towards us? I can't tell. There's one to my left. I'm trying to figure out whether I should follow him or not. All right, let's go find the mating pair down the way. So if you're just joining us, we're at St. Vrain State Park in Boulder County in Colorado, which is north of Denver, about an hour. I'm sure you're familiar with the town of Boulder. That's part of Boulder County. We're just north of Boulder, in the University of Colorado, Boulder. Go Buffs. It's a big football weekend for us. They play our rivals, Colorado State University, the Rams, that are further north in Fort Collins. But we're Buffs through and through. Our son went to Colorado State. Keep going. Go out the gate. Even though our son went to Colorado State University and was a Ram, we're Buff fans through and through. And if you're not familiar with it so much, the University of Colorado is where Coach Prime coaches, Deion Sanders. And we had our big game last night. We used to go to the football games quite a bit. We used to have season tickets, but when they were losing all the time, we gave up our season tickets, and then Coach Prime came in and turned it around. We haven't been to a game in a long time. Yeah, we used to go every Saturday when they were in town. All right, so that pair. Oh, you know what? Should we have gone on the trail? See him over there on the platform? I think we have to be on the trail. I think we screwed up. I think we have to go back to the lake and get on the trail. So we need to turn around. I see him in a distance. So we just need to catch the trail. I thought the trail was out here, but I guess it isn't. Such a beautiful evening here. The weather's perfect. It just hasn't been too hot this weekend, and usually Labor Day is so warm. It's just been beautiful. All right, let's go back in. The park ranger just waved us through. He knows us. We've been romping around on our electric bikes all day. I just love these things. They're so much fun. I highly recommend getting them. I'll put links to them after I finish the live. I'll put the product attachment to it. I put it on the morning live, the ones that we're riding, and we just had more fun on these electric scooters. They're not bikes, they're scooters. So there's no pedals. The seat was a little uncomfortable when we first bought them, so we changed the seat with like a gel seat. So this is so Colorado, where they have
CPW loaner life jacket.
yeah, they have life jackets for the kids here, because you have to have, everybody has to have a life jacket on here in Colorado.
Kids have to wear them. The grown-ups can carry them.
Yeah,
if you're 13, you got to wear it. If you're above 13, you got to carry it.
Right. But what's great is nobody ever steals them. I mean, it's just so Colorado. You know, people are
Well, plus you get so busted. It says loaner on it.
That does it on the front. Okay, there's an osprey on the wing up there. I see in the sky. Where's he going? Well, I see the two over here. Let's go to the ones over here before the sun goes down. So we, Yeah, so we can still see them. Yeah, what's really cool about these scooters is they do have headlights. So as the sun goes down. But let's hightail it over here. These things go fast. To try to catch the nesting pair. I'm not sure if these were a nesting pair or these were their babies. Because sometimes the babies they stay behind in the nest while they're still getting used to flying. Straight ahead, we're looking onto the Rocky Mountains. We call this the Front Range. So locals here, we never say the Rocky Mountains. We say the Front Range because that's what this range is right here. And we have some pelicans right here. Let's stop for the pelicans. So you see the pelicans right there. Let's see if I can go in. So we've actually got two of them here. I'll just go on this one here. These are American white pelicans.
How do you know?
And they love fresh water and they like the altitude. So we have quite a few of the white pelicans here in Colorado, especially up in the Rocky Mountains. The other one's over here. Let's see if we can get him. There he is.
They're big birds.
Yeah, they are big birds. They're bigger. They're almost bigger than the brown pelicans you find in the ocean. Definitely. But they're just so pretty to watch this time of night as the sun's going down. Sun sets really early here in this this side of the Rockies, the east side of the Rockies. We call this the Eastern Slope. Because the sun goes behind those Rockies and so it sets real early, so it gets dark here a lot earlier than most places. We don't see pretty sunsets like most places do because of it. So yeah, so those are the American pelicans. So let's move on. Looks like I see a heron further down. See the nesting pair further down too. See the heron? I see the heron.
They're on the water?
Yeah, I see the heron. I'm just gonna get closer so I can show everybody.
Careful, there's skittish.
Yeah, you get really close to the herons, they take off. Let's see if we can show you this heron. So
Sign back there said 10's the limit on catfish, and you can only take one channel cat larger than 20 inches. That's
okay.
almost 2 foot.
Because
it's a heron sanctuary and they got to eat too.
that's a big fish. Yeah, look at I didn't scroll in more because isn't that pretty with the sunflowers? It's sunflower season here in Colorado. But if I was taking a picture, I'd take that picture right there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But let's get in a little bit more on him. I love this.
Sunflowers or Susie's?
No, those are sunflowers. So, oh, look at him, and he's pretty.
All right, prairie dogs by morning.
That's just beautiful. What a picture. That's just gorgeous. If I go any closer to him physically, he'll fly off. They're skittish, definitely. So those are blue herons. We have a lot of those here in Colorado. If you're just joining us, we're at St. Vrain State Park in Colorado, in northern Colorado, in Boulder County. Here I can get you this pelican really well. Let me get up a little bit more. Show you how big they are. They are just such a big bird, these American pelicans. And look at him. In the air, they're huge, and they have like black on their wings, on the edges of their wings. Isn't he beautiful? It's a huge bird. When they fly in the sky, you like go, what is that? With the sun shining on him. That's just beautiful. Yeah, this is my favorite park to come and take pictures, especially in the winter with the bald eagles and the ice fishing going on. This is where I take all my bald eagle pictures. The fishermen that are ice fishing, they'll throw the fish on the ice, and the bald eagles and the herons will swoop down and grab them. It's just wonderful. It's like they're posing for you. Look at him. It's just a beautiful bird. I've just always loved them. They're definitely, the ones here are bigger than the brown pelicans you see at the ocean. But yeah, we're about 5,600 feet where we are at right now in altitude. They like high altitude places, but I've seen them in sea level too. I actually saw them in Savannah last time I was there. So, all right, so let's move on, because we're actually we keep finding things to show you, but we're trying to make our way to these osprey I see off in the distance. Mr. Martini's taking some pictures. Yeah, I come here with my telephoto lens, and you're not alone. I mean, there's like tons of photographers that come here all the time. It's one of my favorite places to go camping because of the wildlife, and it's pretty close to the highway, a major interstate 25. It's literally right next to it, so you sometimes can get a little noisy, but it's never bothered me. All right, I'm getting closer to these ospreys. To my right are the prairie dogs we're going to go see. And I wanted to get these osprey that are on this platform before the sun goes down behind the Rockies, because we'll lose our light once that happens. They're right in front of me. They're on a platform. You see that platform? There's not a crow there. I don't want to get too much on them because then the sun will block our view of them. So probably about right here.
Finally figured out he was dating a pigeon. He was a bit nearsighted.
Let me get this. They're up on that platform.
You story about the nearsighted Paraguay?
I love this. Mr. Martini got me this really nice holder for my electric scooter. It's wonderful. It really holds things steady.
We got matching ones.
I mean, look at that picture
Yeah.
of the osprey. It's just gorgeous. I wish I could take a picture right now. Take a picture with your phone because I can't when I'm live. Oh, isn't that wonderful? So they're a
photo.
I'm not sure if this is mom and dad or the babies, because usually around, I'm trying to center this, usually around this time the parents leave once the birds start flying, the babies start flying. And a lot of times the babies stay behind.
Nobody wants to
You
put
hear
up with
him?
that whining.
Can you hear him?
Yep. That's mom going. The street lights are coming on.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but that's them talking to each other. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Mr. Martini on his scooter, he's got the picture. We also have another platform a little further down that's got a full-on nest. It's probably the nest they grew up in. But it's on, is that electric or telephone? That post over there.
That one's
Where,
perfect.
no, where they're...
That's on a power pole.
Yeah, so further down it's on a power pole, this huge nest. And I mean, just like right there where the electrical wires are, right above like all the, what do you call the things? The
Transformers?
Are they?
Oh, you're talking about the isolators.
The isolators, right above the isolators. And they even put like a bunch of like prongs, you know, when you're trying to keep birds off of things. And they still built the nest right on the
It actually
prongs.
helps stabilize the nest.
So I think that's where these guys are from, because there's not a nest on this platform. These guys are just hanging out on this. But by their size, I think these are the babies and not the parents. I think the parents are the ones we just saw further back when I first started the live. But it's like, what time is it right now?
It is 6:39.
6:39 here in Colorado.
You got a pretty good picture of them there.
As I was saying, once the sun goes down, oh, that's
you.
gorgeous.
That's you.
Oh, is that me? Yeah. You know, as I was saying, as the sun goes down, behind the Rockies, we lose light pretty early here. You know, because the Rockies are so tall.
Yeah, our sunset's behind the mountains.
Yeah, really early.
You want to loop around, see if we can get the prairie dogs?
Actually, can we? I don't know if we can get out through here. I think we have to go back through
That would be lame.
the guard gate, don't we?
I don't know. We're near to the road. We could almost go out the road and come back. The
You
road's
know.
right there.
I know, but I don't. I think it's fenced because it's the boundary of the park. I don't think there's an exit over there. I don't know. We can try, but you're kind of going. I don't know.
Regulators, mount up.
So, if you're just joining us, we're at St. Vrain, and that's V, and then Rain. So Vrain.
Or it's Vrain.
Vrain. It's kind of a big name here. It's the name of the river that runs through Longmont and Lyons, comes
Go all the
down
way to
from the
Kansas?
Rockies. And so this is St. Vrain State Park in Boulder County. Or are we in Weld County here?
I don't know.
I think we might be in Weld County here rather than Boulder. The boundaries kind of go in and out in this area
I think
between
you're
Weld,
probably right.
Weld and Boulder County. I think we're Weld County here.
We're a little country.
We're
out
like
here.
right next to the Boulder County line. Straight ahead is I mean, we're like,
Do you know Weld was tornado capital of the
it
U.S.?
is the tornado capital. Straight ahead, you can't see the mountains because I'm zoomed in on the birds, but right below the birds is basically the skyline of the Rockies, and it's looking dead on to where University of Colorado is against the mountains there. And we're basically on the plains here. You know, everybody goes, "Oh, Denver in the mountains," or "Boulder in the mountains." They're not in the mountains.
Foothills.
They're not even in the hills.
Boulder is.
They're basically on Boulder's like the hills are just kind of starting, but it's still to me the plains.
Speaking of tornadoes.
But it's, you know, we're not in the mountains here. I mean, you literally could be where we're standing right here, and it will be like 75 degrees, and you can look up at the Rockies and see it snowing and going, hey, it's a good day to go skiing. I mean, you can see it snowing. Estes Park is hop, skip, and a jump from where we're at.
Estes Park?
No, it's not Estes Park. It's Estes
Oh, come on.
Park. It's Estes if you're speaking Spanish, but it's somebody's last name, and it's Estes Park. And that's where the Stanley Hotel is, which was the inspiration for The Shining. Stephen King used to live here for a short time, and that's why he used that hotel, and it's ghost stories. It's about a half hour from where we're standing right now to get to the Stanley and Estes Park. We're probably going up there tomorrow. Rut is going to be starting pretty soon with the elk, and the elk roam that town like you wouldn't believe. So if I can go live, I might not have internet up there, mobile internet. So if I can, I will tomorrow, if I, you know, see the elk and stuff. But let's go see some prairie dogs. Enough of these guys. So if I zoom out, you'll see the mountains. You see them there. They're off in the distance. That's where University of Colorado is. We're about half an hour because we're on the east side of Longmont right now. And Boulder is on the other side of Longmont. Longmont's a pretty big town. Pretty much it's a city. So, all right. Let me get my camera back to where it was. Hold on. Adjust this so it's better. And if you're talking to me, just so you know, I really can't see the chat. I can see people are talking in the chat. But after I go live, if you want to ask me a question in the comments, I will definitely get back to you. Oh, here's a good, it's better over here, isn't it? With these guys.
World's biggest anthill.
That is the world's
We
biggest
get some
anthill.
big anthills.
Yeah, the sun's better over here. Look at these. We can get them better over here.
I don't know. That was a pretty good shot.
That
right
was
there.
the silhouette was wonderful. Let's see.
You're very photogenic this evening.
Yeah.
I saw the one doing his feathers for you.
Trying to get it center.
Nice cloud building in
So if
behind
you're
you,
just
too.
joining us, we're looking at Osprey. Oh yeah, the lighting on this side's so much better. Isn't that wonderful? Whoops.
You're talking.
Hear them? They sound like seagulls. Trying to get them centered. Yeah, they're talking to each other. They're a wonderful, wonderful bird of prey. So yeah, their nest is to my left, but I don't think they're living in the nest anymore.
What's that guy coming in over there?
I think
Right.
that is another osprey
That's
to
a
my
big
right.
one.
That's probably mommy and dad, and these are the babies. So
Could be. That was a full-grown
yeah,
adult there.
he was a lot bigger. So that was probably mom and dad checking on the babies. These guys have been here all day, so this isn't the nest. So they must be able to fly.
Or their nest at one time was here and it blew out.
It
There's
could be.
not
We
much
get pretty
cover.
hellacious winds. The one on the left he's small. They're definitely very small.
Adolescents, huh?
Yeah, they're adolescents. So
Let's go see if we can catch some prairie dogs.
Yeah,
They go
but-
in when the sun goes down.
yeah, when the sun goes down. It was funny. We went by
they have
early.
a street light a bedtime.
I
think.
seriously don't think we can get out this way.
Well, there's got to be an exit somewhere.
No, I think that because you have to go through the guard gate.
If you want to pedal back, we can.
No, we're not pedaling. We're on electric scooters.
Plenty of battery. You get on the road, turn your headlight on the stick.
All right. So, if you're joining us, we're on electric scooters that we purchased for camping and RVing. We stay a lot at.
That baby up.
We
Let's see how fast you can go.
we stay a lot at state parks, Colorado state parks, and I'm doing 14 right now. 15. Well, I'm on a curve. I don't have a full throttle. Wait till I'm on a straightaway. Going 17. I don't have it full throttle either. Hey, here's a. Looks like there might be another adult above me. That's another osprey above me. God, this park's got so many of them.
Yeah, he's taking that one on the left back there.
Got the pelicans to our right.
Let's come down here for some catfishing, bro.
We actually already looked at the pelicans. If you're just joining us, we have the American white pelicans here. They have fresh water and they're huge. It's about almost 7 o'clock here in northern Colorado at St. Vrain State Park. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, loop around, go out the gate, and go see some prairie dogs. Oh wait, can we go this way? No, we can't go that way. There's stairs. We can't make up the scooters. Yeah. Okay. This park is wonderful for ice fishing. It is so popular for ice fishing. I love coming here in the winter and taking pictures of the eagles and the ice fishermen, the Rocky Mountains are absolutely gorgeous with the snow-capped mountains. I mean, talk about a backdrop. When we're taking pictures here in the winter, it's just amazing. It's my favorite. So I spend a lot of time in this park. Yeah, we have lights on these scooters. Yeah, it's a tail light and brake light. So the sun's starting to go down. So we're turning on our lights, not for vision, but more about here we are.
Not about being seen.
Yeah. Should we wait till the other car goes by, or so we're not in front of them?
Yeah,
So. All right, so we're going to go to the prairie dog colony. that's just outside the park. I come here a lot and take pictures of them. She's stopping
Stop
for,
for us.
yeah. All right.
They don't know what they're getting into. They
Mhm.
think we're going down that path.
All right, so let's go see the prairie dogs. So, if you're not familiar with prairie dogs, they kind of look like a weasel, I guess is the best way to describe them. Kind of a beaver-looking, skinny beaver, but they have a regular old tail, not a beaver tail. They live in colonies, underground in burrows. Here we call them colonies. And they basically usually have a sentry out looking for danger, and he'll start screaming. He'll probably scream when we're there, letting everybody know that there's, what they think is danger, and they all jump in the holes. But if you're real quiet, you can get pictures of them. I love taking pictures of the prairie dogs in the spring, because usually around June, because the babies start popping their heads out of the burrow holes, and there'll be like 6 of them all grouped together. They look like muskrats, actually. The way they stick their heads out. Eventually they get, they're nervous to leave the hole, but they'll still stick their heads out, and then eventually they'll start running around until the sentry starts screaming, and they all run back in to the hole. So they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch their behavior. So we're coming up. There's one right there. I think there's some right here, but I only see a sentry. I think we might be better off going further down. Yeah. Sun start going down, so they start going in their holes. The coyotes start coming out and stuff. Their coyote dinner. Patrick! There's a lot down here. If these guys aren't out, we'll go back to the other ones. Let's see. Yeah, there's not a whole lot out right now.
You hear them talking.
Yeah, I hear them talking to each other.
Okay, those fat guys in the scooter's back.
But they're not running around like they were earlier. Let's see if we can go in, if we can see them. I'm not really seeing them. I think there was more down the road.
One out yonder.
Yeah, but they're so far away. The other
Yeah.
ones were closer to the road. These guys have all already bedded down.
I don't think it's really safe to be running around down there. I don't think it's really safe to be riding around.
Going from hole to hole.
People can't see it.
Yeah. So let's see if I can figure out how to get him.
Makes you feel better. There's a snake again.
Oh, he went down the hole before I could zoom in. Come on, Mr. Prairie Dog. They're holes. If you see them, they're all those disturbed dirt is all prairie dog. It's part of the prairie dog colony. It's their burrows. If we were here earlier, we would have seen a lot more, but it looks like they're all kind of going down into their holes for the evening, for the coyotes come out.
Owls and everything else.
Yeah, owls. Right now I'm only seeing kind of one sentry. He'll he'll guard the hole, one of the holes.
Over there on the bank, kind of right.
Let them know. Oh, actually there's a lot over here, aren't there? But I don't know if I can get those guys. Let's see if we can get these guys.
It'd be funny if he poked his head out. See right down in the burrow.
Yeah, I have one right in front of me. This is a hole right here. But I doubt if they're going to come out with us here. Oh,
Nobody's home.
let's see. Let me see if I can get these guys that are running around in the field further out. They're right there. They're right there. Is that the... Oh, that's their holes. Let's see, where are you? Scan the horizon here. Can you see them running off in a distance? Out in the green area. That's really far out, but there's some like right here. You see them running? There's one right there. Yeah, they're too hard to get right now. Maybe we'll come around tomorrow or the next day when they're out and about. Right now they're starting to bed down. So should we make our way back
Probably should.
to RV land?
Be good.
So
Sun's in people's eyes, so be careful.
all right. So we're gonna go back into St. Vrain Park. Oh, that is a snake skin in there. Is that a rattler? Snake skin?
Probably not. It's hard to tell as smushed as it is.
No, it's not. It doesn't have a
What kind
rattle.
of snake that is? A flat one.
It doesn't have a rattle on the end. Did you turn my light off or on?
It's on.
A rattle.
Make a bigger cut.
All right. So let's go. So right now we're outside of the park boundaries. Most of the people that are exiting, they were probably fishing all day. Very popular place to fish. But then you'll get a whole new set of people coming in as the sun goes down to catfish, catch some catfish. Yeah, it's a bummer that the prairie dogs, they're yeah, I can see them as I'm going by the different colony. There's actually 2 colonies here. Oh my God, what is that bird? What is that bird? What is that bird? What is that bird? An absolutely huge bird just landed.
Osprey said screw the fish. There he is, right
What
there.
is he?
That's a heron.
Oh, it's a heron. No wonder he's so big. There's several herons.
There's an osprey in a tree there. He's hunting prairie dogs.
I don't know if I can get this really quick.
You hear him?
Yeah, I do hear them. There's like these huge herons that are going to come around this tree.
Holy
Sam?
smokes.
Yeah, those guys are big. These are blue herons that we have here. Everybody's fishing right now, including the humans.
Yeah, we got some dinner drama going on.
Yeah,
over here in
dinner
the
drama.
trees. Yeah, you got the bird of prey
Yeah.
and the prairie dogs who want to stay out after dark. It's like stick stuff. See all the prairie dogs?
No, those aren't prairie dogs. So, all right. So, clear?
Clear.
Clear.
Watch your rear.
And we have Canadian geese going over us, if you can hear them. We have so many Canadian geese here in Colorado. And my son and I always say when we go birding that, you know, if we're going to see birds, we'll see Canadian geese. Without a doubt.
Radar and corn, baby.
You know?
Well, this is Shack Cat 7.
Does he? So these parks, these state parks, they're very dog friendly.
Car.
We have a car coming in. They're very dog friendly. They have great RV and tent camping.
Right in behind me.
A lot of the spots just have electric. They have very limited sewer and water sites. God, there's herons everywhere right now. Guess it's good fishing time. Have a good evening. But we couldn't have asked for better weather for Labor Day. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Usually it's really hot. Like we go to the CU, the University of Colorado Boulder game against Colorado State University, usually on Labor Day, and it's just so hot. And but this Labor Day, it's actually really cool. But that means we're going to have an early fall. The leaves are going to start turning early up in the mountains. They don't turn down here until October. But they're going to turn really early, but they're probably going to be really quick. It's already started snowing up in the mountains here. I heard that they got, there is no trail. You mean that trail? Okay. I heard that Mount Big Sky got some snow, which used to be Mount Evans. It's very famous, what we call 14er here in Colorado. It's over 14,000 feet. They got snow. Now we're on a trail. Feel a little safer now. Alright, so we're going to come around to these other ponds, making our way back to our RV. So we're here 3 nights, cost me about $130. It's not, which is, not expensive. But again, we don't have sewer and water, we just have electric. But you can fill your tanks up at the dump station as you come in on most state parks, at least the state parks I go to. But this is one of my favorites, just because it's not far from where I live. And I spend a lot of time here for day use and overnight. And, it's just, even though the highway is very close. Sorry, I'm making sure he's going the right way. Even though the highway is very close, you don't really hear it, except during traffic times, like at 5 o'clock on a Friday. So you can see there's RVs right across the pond there. They're right on the lake. They have showers and laundry. This pond. When it freezes in the winter, the eagles like this pond. I get really good eagle pictures here landing on the ice and getting the fish that the fishermen are leaving them. There's a rabbit over there. Mm. It's very peaceful.
Birds of prey are looking to eat him too.
Yeah. Well, last night I heard a really loud owl. Yeah. I was going to get up in the middle of the night and go seek him out. I was heard, woo, woo. This morning around 10 o'clock or 11, we were sitting at the RV camp, and hundreds of blackbirds landed in the trees above us.
Cool.
It was the coolest thing.
Some William Shakespeare shit right there.
And they were so loud, and it was pretty cool. And what was weird is you'd look up and you'd only see a couple of them, and you knew there were hundreds up there just by the sound. And but they were really camouflaged, but it was really cool.
You okay with going this way back? You want to get on the road?
That's going to be the long way that way. Well, we can go that way, actually. Yeah, no, that's not the long way. Yeah, we can go that way.
Taking the long way.
We can go that way. Let's go that way. Let's do it. All right, here we go. This tree up here that's got knocked down, this is one of the reasons he wants to come here, is that this is, we call it the eagle tree. The eagles would always be in this big old tree. See it's the big stump in front of me. And something happened to it. I'm going to have to ask the ranger what happened. But it was a huge cottonwood. And now it's just, I don't know whether lightning, this thing was huge. This is the stump right here. And then there's pieces of it all over here, big, huge pieces all over here. But the thing is huge. And the eagles would hang out in it. Now I will have to find a new eagle tree. Oh yeah, it definitely is about 125 years old. Thing's huge. It's really sad. Actually, that's a really cool picture. You should come here and take a picture of it. It's actually really cool. It does look like it snapped. But now the eagles will have to find a new tree. See the pond. The pond's right here. So they would sit up in the tree and fish. And are you coming to take a picture? Is that what you're doing? Look at this thing. It's like this. I mean, compared to Mr. Martini walking next to it, look how big this thing
Pay
is.
homage.
Pay homage to the eagle tree. I'm so bummed it got knocked down.
They left it for habitat.
I mean, it had to have been over 100 years old. It had to have been.
Yeah, it's cottonwood, right?
Yeah, it's cottonwood.
It's about the size of a 100-plus-year-old cottonwood. It's also they get real volatile after 100 years.
Oh, they're
too.
so big. What's neat about cottonwood is
They're creepy and Halloween.
they're creepy at Halloween. They lose their leaves. They're the creepiest
some
looking
Sleepy
tree.
Hollow shit right there.
Yeah, with just their branches, they're all crinkled and turned, and they're like this creepiest tree at
Fish are
Halloween.
biting.
Huh?
Fish are biting. Yeah, if you look out on the lake, they will break
Yeah.
water to get the bugs.
It's just beautiful. So pretty. So I'm bummed about my eagle tree. But life goes on.
Look at that view.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous right now. Absolutely beautiful right now.
Oh, behind you, love.
Move on. If you're just joining us, we're on our electric scooters that we romp around campsites in, like Vrain State Park, just outside of the Boulder, Colorado area, about an hour's north of Denver, about 45 minutes from Fort Collins, south of Fort Collins. So if you're like traveling south and you're looking for a place to RV, I recommend this site. It's wonderful. As long as you're on the north end of it. I'm not a huge fan of the south end where native sewer and water are sites. It's a newer area and it just got developed. It's just, to me, not that great. I know a bug just went in my mouth. Here, let's stop here. This is beautiful. Yeah, I'm talking and bugs are going in my mouth. How pretty that is.
Safe battery.
So, that building over there is where laundry and showers are. It's just too pretty to look at a building. It's just peaceful.
So ugly out here in the afternoon.
My favorite time of day. This in the morning. The sun starts going. The sun's to my west and it starts going behind the Rockies. It just puts out such a beautiful light here. Especially when it's got blue sky. So pretty. Definitely. I'm looking at the chat as much as I can. I see Elf Lords. Welcome. Thank you for coming. What else have we have here? I can't scroll up on my...
Make sure you catch the fat guy falling on a scooter. There you go.
There's actually a comment that said that? Was there a comment that said that?
Yeah, mine.
Oh.
The ghost maker.
Just so you know, that rude comment about the fat guy is the fat guy.
Oh, you can delete it if you want.
Ghostmaker is Mr. Martini.
That's my game tag.
Yeah.
So if you're ever getting really killed on Call of Duty and you look up, you know it's me.
You're playing Call of Duty, you say? So I thought you were always Grand Theft Auto.
I play a lot of Call of Duty. I like the zombies.
Mm.
So, but usually play together on the zombies.
Well, should we make our way back? Or you
Sure.
want to stay here before the mosquitoes get really bad? Actually, it's kind of cool out.
Didn't bring me deep coffee.
I don't think the mosquitoes are going to be bad tonight. So weird. Oh, nippy. I have a little jacket on. Fall is definitely coming early to Colorado. We usually don't have full evenings like this until like, probably another 2 weeks. It's definitely coming early. But tomorrow we'll go up to Estes Park, see if the elk are around yet. Let's stop for a second. Let's take a look at this. You've got to see this view. This is beautiful. Looking out to the Rocky Mountains. Actually, I'm gonna go back a little bit because then you'll see. Look at the silhouette. Oh my goodness! Look at that. Yeah. Well, look at the Long's Peak there. Yeah, look how beautiful that is. So that's Long's Peak in the distance right there. Isn't that beautiful? So Long's Peak is what we call 14er here in Colorado. It's over 14,000 feet. If we could actually see the mountain itself, you would see that it's above the tree line. The one peak on the left of it is Mount Meeker, and then the peak on the right is Long's Peak. And that's basically Rocky Mountain National Park right there. So we're about a half an hour from them. They look like they're a lot further than they are. It takes us about a half hour, 45 minutes, depending on where we're going. Estes Park is up there too. It's just to the right of those peaks. A lot of people climb the 14ers. It's kind of a thing. They want to climb every 14er in Colorado. And we have a lot of them. I'm not sure how many there are, to be honest with you. I want to say 24 maybe. But we have a lot of peaks that are very close to 14,000. So. And then so we're looking on to Longmont. The town of Longmont is right ahead of us. And then beyond that, right below the mountains, just before you start climbing, is the town of Lyons, Lyons. And then you go through Lyons to get to Estes Park, and then you're like in Estes Park, but really quickly you start climbing the mountain. It's a pretty easy road. It's not a cliffhanger or anything like that. And that's where the hotel, the Stanley is, the inspiration for The Shining. I get asked that a lot. How far I am from the Stanley or the Shining Hotel. So isn't that just beautiful? It's just gorgeous tonight. Just the way it's shining on the water. Patrick, you should come over here. Well, now the sun's getting bright. The sun's coming out behind the clouds. Just beautiful. They call this Pelican Pond. As I'm sitting here, I'm seeing fish. So many fish jumping. You wouldn't believe how many fish I see jumping. So now the sun's getting bright. Came out behind that cloud. It was a beautiful picture a minute ago. You probably can still get a good picture. You can kayak here too. We'll probably, I don't know if we're going to have time to kayak because we have to go up to Estes Park tomorrow to meet some friends. So we're probably not going to have time. Maybe tomorrow evening we'll do a kayaking live. I mean, this is just too beautiful not to get in the water and kayak. We should do that after we get back from Estes Park. We should go kayaking this time of night. It's just gorgeous.
Catfish will jump in.
Just beautiful. I almost don't want to talk because it's so pretty. Just taking in the scenery. Well, we'll go behind that peak and it will get dark very quickly. And that's the one thing about living on the western slope. This is what we call this. They call like the Grand Junction area. They call that the eastern slope because it's on the eastern side of the Rockies. We're on the western side, so we're on the western slope. And then you're looking at the Front Range. That's what we call them here, the Front Range. So when you're here, you'll see that name quite a bit. Front Range, western slope, eastern slope. It's kind of local talk. See all the bugs on the water? See how the water's kind of glistening? Those are bugs. Unless the sun goes behind, we'll be able to see the peak again. Long's Peak and Meeker Peak. If you've been following us for a long time, and when I do our autumn drives up in the mountains, there's always this beautiful peak that I always stop and take pictures of, and it's absolutely huge and it has no trees on it. That's Meeker, Mount Meeker that we're looking at, Meeker and Long's Peak. And the Rocky Mountain National Park is like right there. Long's Peak is, I think it's in the border of Rocky Mountain National Park. I don't know if it's in the border or not. I think it is. But the park's right there. We'd go tomorrow, but I wasn't able to get reservations to get in. I didn't know I was going to Estes Park, or I would have made reservations. I don't really like going to Rocky Mountain National Park in the summertime because it's so crowded and you have to have reservations. I usually go in the spring and the fall and the winter if it's not a bunch of snow. There goes the sun. Because I think it's prettier because the snow-capped mountains and with the leaves turning. I think it's a nicer time to go. I think the end of September, early October is the perfect time to go to Rocky Mountain National Park, not only because of the colors, but because of the elk rut. It's fun to watch the elk because the girls and the boys come together, and it's fun to watch. You'll have one male, the dominant male, and he's got a whole herd of harem, and then you have what we call satellite elk surrounding the harem, trying to be a part of everything, and they're the males that have been pushed out. And it's fun to watch the dynamic. Isn't that beautiful? That's just gorgeous. Look at that sunset. Hey, Patrick, you'll want to come back over and take a picture. So the one on the left again is Mount Meeker. The peak on the right is Long's Peak. And those people look up there and they call it Long's Peak, but it's actually two mountains, one in front of the other. And only locals kind of know that the one on the left is Mount Meeker and not Long's Peak. A lot of people hike Long's Peak, so it's more famous. Plus the town below it, Longmont, is named after it. And it crowns the city of Longmont. So everybody just calls it Long's Peak when they look up.
Got skeeters over here now.
Yeah, we're starting to get skeeters.
And I'm wearing shorts.
But it's so pretty.
Well, that's why I was over by the tree. You stay here.
Okay, did you get a picture
Of everything.
of that right now? Okay. She's gorgeous. I love the way the light shines on the pond. Yeah, mosquitoes are starting to come out. So pretty. So coming up in about 2 weeks, when we can, we're going to be going live as we travel across country. We are moving to North Carolina. So we're not...
We are?
So
you never tell me these things.
So we're actually not moving physically yet. We're not selling the house yet. We're not leaving Colorado for probably another year. But we're taking a big load to North Carolina in 2 weeks to get the house ready here to sell. We're retiring. And so we're going to the coast. I got an osprey. I don't know if he went into the frame or not, but that bird that just went by was an osprey. We're retiring, and I need to get out of the altitude. I have asthma really bad, and I just really had a hard time with the fire smoke, and the altitude and ozone has been really bad here. So we're moving to the North Carolina coast. And so we'll be going live as we go across country in our big truck. We'll be going across Kansas into Kansas City, and we're stopping on the way to all these great places and going through St. Louis and Louisville and Lexington, making our way to West Virginia and down to Mount Airy, which is Mayberry, for you older folks that know what Mayberry is, and then down into the coast, down by the Outer Banks. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's almost like AI. It's too beautiful to be real. Just gorgeous. So in a minute here, I will have to move on because I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. I have nothing on to protect me. All right. So as beautiful as it is, I am going to move on. At this point, you know what's really cool though? As it goes down, depending on where the clouds are on the other side of that peak, is that you'll get these rays coming out into the sky, and it's the sun not making its way, the light not making its way around the huge mountains that are behind these peaks. I mean, there's one huge peak after another, all the way to Grand Junction, almost to the Utah border, pretty much. And so as the sun gets lower, it gets behind, and these peaks shadow the light, and you start getting these rays coming up. But the conditions have to be a certain way. It depends on what the cloud cover is over there. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of cumulus clouds on the other side. So if the cumulus clouds are blocking it, you're not going to get that effect. But we'll give it a couple seconds. I was just talking about how when the sun goes down, if the conditions are right, the peaks on the other side will block the sun, and they'll make rays coming up.
That's a great spot to fish over there.
I mean, look at all those bugs. Those aren't fish, those are bugs. All those dots.
But what do the fish eat?
I know, but
Those are fish.
I would think I'd see more fish
Hitting them?
hitting them. I'm not seeing a whole bunch of jumping going on.
Bugs are certainly out.
I don't think we're gonna get the rays. I see the cumulus clouds on the left of Mount Meeker. That's probably blocking it. So we're probably not gonna get them.
Donor cycle.
Yeah, it's like we're so close to the highway. At this park.
Close to the freeway.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna get them. So we're gonna move on. Alright. So we're going to go back to the campground. My battery's probably getting low too. I know, it's going to go just a little further where you can see Long's Peak and Meeker. Can I get out that way? Oh, right here. Alright, where am I? Alright, here's our campground. Coming up to it. Oh, I love the smell of a campfire. Everybody's starting their fires. It's been one of those summers where you haven't been able to have a campfire because fire bans. It's such a horrible fire season here. Alright. Well, I'm probably losing battery, so this is our campsite. I didn't realize it was still zoomed in. So this is our campsite with our Kodiak Cub. And I am going to shut down for the night. So look for us tomorrow. If I've got internet, I will go live in Estes Park if I can. If not, maybe we'll go kayaking tomorrow night. So we're going to be doing a lot more lives. So definitely be on the lookout for those. So thank you so much for coming. And everybody have a wonderful Labor Day.